Hey guys, I'm with the managing director of the game Mendl'es Farm. Do you want to tell us about it?
Okay, so Mendl'es Farm, we like to refer to it affectionately as crazy genetics on a farm. So I love animals, but I'd love them even more if they had wings and breathed fire and they had a propeller tail so they could shoot off up into the sky. So what we've done is we've created a resource management game where the animals are the star of the show. And you can breed them together and create all kinds of wacky mutations. We just love seeing what happens when you breed this with this and just seeing what comes out.
So it's an animal breeding game?
It is. Well, we have all sorts in the game. We've got animal breeding. You can build up your farm so you can buy buildings and upgrade them. We've got all sorts of crops, but the bit I like most is the animals. That's really the most unique part of our game. It's got proper underlying science. So every animal has its own genome, and when you breed it with another one, it just creates really wacky mutant offspring. It's really cool.
You got endless combinations?
I can't even calculate how many combinations you can make these days. It's just way too high, and we're adding more and more every day. So we love coming to conventions, getting feedback, seeing what people want implemented, and then going home and putting them in game.
I see you can make animals. Are some of them useless and some of them...
You get good mutations and bad mutations, so you might have a chicken that breathes fire, which is really good. If a UFO flies down, it can defend itself, but it might also be a really flatulent chicken and it farts a lot, so it might blow up because it farts and then breathes fire. So
what's the idea if you make like chickens that, if you make an animal that's like quite vicious, it can use it against something, or are they just animals that you breed?
Okay, so we have lots of different events in the game. We've got foxes and UFOs and all sorts of different random events. So let's say you've got a fire-breathing chicken. If a fox comes along and thinks, I'm going to nick that chicken, normally it would. But if it can breathe fire, the chicken will defend itself and the fox will set a light and it will run off. And it's all played out for humor. It's really quite funny to watch.
So basically you're building an army of dangerous animals.
I like that. Okay, we're doing it more for humour, so I just like the really fat ones that look kind of funny. But if you want to build them for being dangerous, you can build them for being dangerous. But
have you got a favourite one on your shirt, or are they all the same one?
I kind of have some beard envy for this guy here. I can't grow one myself, so I've kind of got a soft spot for him. But
who's the character model? Is he like the scientist that does all the breeding?
It's got Mendel. He's Mendel, the farmer / scientist. He's the guy that does all the genetic modifications. So
now, I don't know if this is part of the game, but do you come across any problems with people complaining, or?
We haven't yet, no. Normally people find it really funny, but I'll keep you informed on that one. But it's all played for humour. It's all done in a very comical style. It's all very cartoony, so we don't get many complaints.
So is it just farm animals, or is it any animal in general?
At the moment we've got cows, pigs, sheep and chickens in game, but we're open to any animal. We will happily put anything in that. If someone comes up and says, I want a giraffe, we'll make a giraffe, we'll put it in game.
Quite funny to see a chicken and a giraffe together.
That would be an interesting one. Alright, we'll see what happens. We'll see if we put that in game.
So how would you get a fire-breathing chicken? What would you breed it with?
It really depends. Basically, we work with the guys from the Human Genome Project, so every animal's got its own set of proper DNA. And if you breed a white chicken with a white chicken, you can get a white chicken. But basically, it's real breeding, so it might come up out of mutation, or you can specifically breed and say, oh, that's got, I don't know, the fire-breathing gene, and you can breed for that. Or you can just buy it. There's a lab. You can inject your chicken. He'll breathe fire afterward.
So have you had good people come and tell you that the game's good?
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of great feedback and we've really been having some great fun here. It's great to hear some of the suggestions for animals and especially for some of the mutations. I didn't realise everyone was as crazy as us, so it's been really great fun.
I mean, if you have like 1,000 animals, that means you'd have like about 10,000 different combinations alone.
Oh yeah, we actually can't calculate how many we can actually make these days.
Do a competition, who can?
Okay, I will. Alright, I'll give a free copy of the game when it's done to anyone who can work out how many mutations are in the game. So
surely be adding more on the day, so they'll It's probably a competition.
If they can find a way to keep it updated, I'll throw in a t-shirt.
And do you have a? I'm just trying to think of a question about the farms. Do the farms? Do you get a different farm, or is it the same farm every time?
We give you a basic plot of land, but you can upgrade it. You can build whatever buildings on it that you want. You can put whatever animals on there you want. It's entirely yours to customize. We've got decorations in various bits and bobs. How big you want to make it, what you want it to look like, what you want to put there, that's entirely up to you.
Right, weather conditions, you added rain, snow, winds, anything?
We do have weather in game, but we have yet to have the visual side of that yet, so that's in the works.
Pointless weather.
Well, if it's raining, you don't see it yet, but you won't have to water your crops, so it's kind of cool. But
is there anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, we're currently on Steam Greenlight, so anybody out there, if you could vote for us, we'd really appreciate it. Many thanks.
All right, thank you anyway. Thanks for the interview. Thank you. Hey guys, I'm with what's your job again?
Managing Director.